What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is hump day, trying to get over the hump, and headed back to the red brick house, and trying to get there before the freezing rain gets there tonight. It's crazy. It was in the 60s yesterday, and snow and freezing rain tonight. Go figure. So, this is an interesting thing. Zack Martin, who was all pro and had been incredible player throughout his career until this year. This year, it was just like the wheels fell off, literally. He had the ankle injury, and you literally saw things that happened with Zack Martin that you just never saw before. We're talking about a guy who had hardly ever given up sacks in his career, literally being left stone-footed. And the team just seemed completely out of sorts. There was just like, how was it that this team that won 16 straight at home, won 12 games 3 years in a row, came out the way they did with Mike McCarthy? Now, excuse me, I apologize. How did the team turn so quickly in the other direction? Now, part of that, of course, is the fact that we had so many injuries. Part of that, of course, is we took our time getting CeeDee Lamb in there. All those factors matter quite a bit. But Zack Martin, who said that, he's not sure he's retiring yet, he's going to let his ankle heal from the surgery and reevaluate it, and you may see Zack Martin come back and see maybe the Cowboys sign him to like a 2-year extension where they can kind of play with the numbers and things. And if he is going to be healthy, this is a big if he's going to be healthy, that scratches off one of the holes that you have on the offensive line, because maybe if Zack Martin's healthy, here's one of the things that you can do is you can end up saying, we got Terrence Steele, and we're going to run the ball more, which is also a reason why he's intrigued and seems to have new life. And I'll get to the reason why he may have new life, is because they're talking about running the football more. Running the football is the best thing for an offensive line. You love running the football more than pass blocking. You hate pass blocking, okay? If Zack Martin is healthy, that helps to eliminate one of the holes, because you could do something a little bit different here. If Tyler Guyton is a guy that you worry about, that maybe that draft pick wasn't as good as you thought, okay? You could have Zack Martin back, right guard. You have Terrence Steele, right tackle. You could take Brock Hoffman and put him at center. And you could put Cooper Beebe back at guard. And you could kick Tyler Smith out at tackle. Your left tackle is key. And you can't have a situation like you did with Tyler Guyton last year, where he's given up sacks, pressures, hurries, or getting penalties. You could end up taking Tyler Guyton and making him your swing tackle, or fight it out with Terrence Steele for that position. Or if you feel good enough about it, you could say, we could cut Terrence Steele as a post-June 1st cut, get ourselves about $9 million in cap relief, and use that towards somebody else. That would be great, provided that Zack Martin is back to Zack Martin that we know. That opens all kinds of doors for you. But what he was saying, okay, again, he's, seems to be intrigued about the idea of a new coach. He seems to be intrigued about the idea of Brian Schottenheimer running the football more. Now his question is, how is my body? Is my body going to be like it was this past year, or can I get back to where I used to be? Now, that's huge. But what he pointed out, and this is, of course, what always happens when somebody gets let go. You don't know if this is people trying to point fingers and put a blame in things, if this is directed by the Cowboys to kind of say this, or if this is just Zack Martin saying it. But he said things seem to be a bit off or amiss this year as far as Mike McCarthy went. And I can say, I don't see how they couldn't have been. I don't know how they couldn't have been. If you're going to your job that you've done for 5 years, and basically they say, this is the last year of your contract, and you are constantly asked about that. You have since moved from Green Bay, you've got your family here, you've got a second home because you ended up getting Dan Quinn's house. My wife and my family have settled in here, and I don't know if I still have a job here. And you are constantly barraged all season long about, this is it. Mike McCarthy's on the hot seat. Mike McCarthy's going to get fired. Mike McCarthy. It's just like literally this pressure that's on top of your head. And it's not just, I'm sure, him thinking about this, because you're loyal to the people who work for you. You are worried about those guys having a job in their future. And the amount of pressure that goes along with that had to be kind of a killer, a buzzkill, where it's going to affect you as far as work goes. And this, of course, was done because Jerry Jones figures, if I make everybody uncomfortable, then they'll perform better. Well, when we talk about a culture change, and Jerry Jones says things like, I want people here who want to be wanted. Of course. But you have to give people a reason why they want to be there. And I think that's the part that he missed. If you are pounding and blaming and not giving people what they need to do the job, they're not going to want to be there. So we can blame Mike McCarthy for being a miss. I got no problem with that. I understand fully. Yeah, definitely. But you also have to put blame towards the reason why he was a miss, because of what he was getting from the organization. I can't honestly believe that he was happy that we never signed any free agents, that a guy like Derrick Henry wanted to come here and they wouldn't even talk to him, or Bobby Wagner and things, yeah. But the Zack Martin, if Zack Martin is healthy, that could be a game changer for the Cowboys. But we'll have to wait and see how that ankle heals, and hope that he hasn't just dropped off a cliff as far as injuries go. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. I'm on the road. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Peace.